beautiful people. So I apologize for the audio issues. That was 1,000% on me, not knowing what I was doing. But we are live now, and I got my brother Merch Life J. And if you love my background, my logo right here, Holistic Consciousness. If you love this design, he is the brains behind this design, and the speed at which this brother put and brought my logo to life was absolutely amazing. Like we started talking on a Sunday evening at about 5 p.m. and I knew exactly what I envisioned, and he was able to bring it to life by like 8:30. he had already brought it to life, and it was absolutely amazing, and it really embodies the energy and the vibe that I wanted to capture for Holistic Consciousness. So a little bit about Merch Life J. He is the ambassador of Philly Oils. He's also a designer. He has a merchandise company called Yark Merch, and I'm assuming that stands for, you already know.
No.
He also has a podcast entitled Motivision, the podcast. He's also the instructor of Merch Life Publishing. He also has a website, merchlife.net. So we're just going to dive into this interview with brother Merch Life J, and just see what projects he has going on, see what his creative process is, and just learn more about him, and see how you all can benefit from the services that he provides.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Can you hear that applause in the background?
Yeah.
I don't know who that is. They just started clapping though, but thanks. I appreciate it. Get excited. You already know it's Merch Life J. I'm a motivational, inspirational speaker for parentpreneurs across the globe. Like Brother Duran said, man, I do like a bunch of other stuff though. I do graphic design. I don't know why my background doing that right now, but there it is. All right, cool. So I do graphic design. I designed this logo too, Merch Life Publishing. It's a book company, so I try to keep it booky, simple, librarian-ish. Get a vibe of sitting down, being calm and reading. But
right.
Yeah, man, I do a bunch of different stuff. I really can't list everything because it's a bunch of different stuff on different topics. You know what I'm saying? But I write books, I publish books, I help other people bring their thoughts to life with literature. I like to teach parents to build generational wealth through their literature, because I feel like every business needs a book. When you tell someone you're a barber, and then you tell someone like, hey, I wrote a book on barbarism too. Now you're a barber that's an author. So you definitely better than the other guy that's just a barber. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I believe that literature brings everything to the next level. You know what I mean?
Most definitely. So I got a few books in me. And that's not something I knew. I saw Merch Life Publishing, but I didn't know the story behind it. But I definitely have a few books that I definitely would be writing and going through that creative process. So definitely, that's awesome. So, what can you tell me about the podcast, Motivision?
So, Motivision is on a hiatus at the moment, but Motivision is where you get motivated, but you also get the vision. That's why it's called Motivision. So, what I mean by that is, we motivate you to do what it is that you want to do. To be yourself, but we don't just tell you, hey, you can make money being yourself. We show you how it's done. So I'll interview someone that has done it, somebody that's already walking in the light, and I have them give us a walkthrough of exactly how it's done. This is how I've learned to do so many things. I just learned graphic design in 2020. I just learned how to do a podcast in like December of 2020. You know what I'm saying? I just started. That podcast is brand new. It's only 30 episodes in. And I basically bring on other entrepreneurs, preferably parentpreneurs. That's just an entrepreneur that has offspring. That's an entrepreneur that has, somebody that they want to leave something to, because you can't leave your job. I can't tell a job, hey, my son about to come work here. No, he got to go through the background check, drug test, this amount of experience. He got to do the same thing you had to do. But in your business, you can leave something to your child. So we try to bring on people that have already done that, and bring on people that have businesses that they can leave to their children, to show others how to get through those humps and those bumps that might slow you down in the beginning, because it's things that I learned on my podcast that I wish I knew 15 maybe 10, 12 years ago. If I had known these things 12 years ago, I would have saved a lot of time that was wasted. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so that's what the podcast is for. It's designed to catapult the next generation instead of hold them back.
Right. And that's one thing, like, I try to train myself, and it's hard to do, even though all of us know, like, somebody has done what we're attempting to do. Yeah. It's like the individuality in us makes us automatically just sit down and try to figure out on our own. It's like, brother, like, there's already a roadmap. There's already a blueprint. There's already somebody you can emulate and model, you know, but a lot of times we have that cognitive dissonance and thinking my situation is unique. I got to do it the exact way I want to do it. It's like, bro, like you said, you catapult the next generation by giving them a blueprint and a model, not by attempting to start from scratch all over again. The same way you would be doing with a job. You know, like you said, you can't just go, your son can't just go to the job you work and say, well, I'm Merch Life's son. You got to hire me and give me all the credentials that he had when he left here. No, it don't work like that. You know, but if you got a blueprint, like, it gives everybody a head start to start off knowing all of these pros and cons, knowing all of these potential downfalls and pitfalls within business, as opposed to just going in completely blind and just hoping that it works as you go along. It's crazy, but that's how most people do it, though.
That is, and that's the sad part. Everybody started from scratch, generation after generation after generation started from scratch, wondering why they're the patriarch or the matriarch of the family, and nobody can come to them for anything. And if they can't go to anyone lower than them for anything. And it's just like, you know what I'm saying? We like Derek Gray said, we done watched our moms get choked out by the government. We watched our grandmom get choked out by the government. And then we next in line with our necks like this. Here you go. You know what I'm saying? So we can't keep doing that, man. And just like Brother Ben said, I would rather learn from 40. Can you go in there? I love you. No? Okay. Yeah, he's not budging. But I try to, I love you. I try to hit him with that joint. Nope. Not that. I'll say with this quarter right next to you. But just like Brother Ben say, I would rather learn from the person that got shot than be the person that got shot. You know what I'm saying? Like, if it's already a blueprint, if it's already, like, why try to reinvent the wheel? Of course, we're going to add different rims to the wheel. Of course, we're going to make the tires be, you know, it's going to be different. It's going to be different, but it's going to be still a wheel. So, and that with that in mind, like, you know what I'm saying? I think it's definitely beneficial for us to close the gap and learn from, because I'm only 29. So for me to learn from somebody that's maybe 50 or even twice my age, somebody that's 60 or 70 is priceless. It's priceless. Priceless because that experience, you know what I mean? Experience, they say experience is the best teacher. And I say the experienced is the best teacher. Because experience can't be the best teacher. If I get my leg chopped off, that's experience. But will I be able to run again? No. So how is experience the best teacher? And experienced is the best teacher. You know, the guy that got his leg chopped off can tell me, hey, bro, you go over there and they chop his legs off. So now, you know what I'm saying?
Right. I don't need the experience high leg entering my body to understand it's not something I want to experience. Like you said, I just want to learn from the person who has experience. So like I said, the experience as opposed to experience is the teacher. But yeah, definitely, man. And before it slips on mine, everybody who doesn't know, Holistic Consciousness is a brand based upon everybody getting out of the frequency of grinding and getting into the frequency of aligning. So the tagline for Holistic Consciousness is don't grind, align. Align to all that elevates your unique mind, body, and spirit. So it'll also be a podcast where I'll be bringing on people who specialize in different areas related to the mind, related to the body, related to the spirit. I'll be taking you behind the scenes on my personal journey and just allowing myself to be transparent with my personal struggles, my personal aspirations, and psyche of different things I do and why I do it, and just my personal affinities for things that make me tick. I'm a Capricorn sun, Sagittarius moon, and Aquarius rising. So with that mix, like, I'm a very organized, structured person because of my Capricorn sun. My Sag moon, I freaking love to travel. Like, I have to design my life where I'm traveling all the time. And my Aquarius side is that side of my spiritual exploration. Like I feel like my travel is intimately connected to my desire to travel during this lifetime. Because I feel like there are spots on this planet that are going to have a spiritual unfolding for me as a result of me going there. And I saw that, I say that again.
You been to Sedona yet?
Nah, I told you I've been to Egypt, right?
What? I'm trying to go with you. We out. I was saying Sedona, Arizona, because I heard about the vortexes and all that, and about
Exactly.
and I know that's kind of close to you, not super close, but yeah.
No, it ain't even kind of close. I'm in Tennessee, so
it ain't kind of close. It's closer than Philly, though.
Yeah, I'm in close to Philly. Gotcha. So yeah, but like the Earth. You say you what?
I definitely will be watching that podcast, man. That's my lane. That, like when it comes to like what I do, that's not my lane. But when it comes to being like a consumer, look at my man. I got the clear quartz. I got the amethyst right here. You understand me? I got. You know what I'm saying? I don't even know what this is. I got it on though. I got the chakra joints. I got the black obsidian right here to keep my aura clean. I got, you know what I'm saying?
Right. So that's what's up. So yeah, like that is definitely one thing I definitely want to do is travel to all of the chakras of the earth. You know, the earth has chakras, right? You know that? Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
So like Mount Shasta, it's the root chakra. Mount Shasta in California is the root chakra. Hawaii is it shares the heart chakra with another place. I can't think of what other place in the world that it shares the heart chakra with. The Middle East and Egypt, I think, is the third eye.
Definitely.
Which makes sense.
It does, right?
So like I want to visit all of these centers around the world, like you said, and all these ley lines and energy places on the planet. Like, cause it's like I don't understand like how people don't feel like and understand or have that connection and like just clarity or vision or intuition to know like if I travel to these places, it's going to affect my DNA. It's going to affect my perception. It's going to affect how I view reality as a whole. Because I've seen
the air that's there because it's definitely air. It's definitely something in the air here. You know what I'm saying?
The sun rays. Like I tell people all the time, the sun is different in Egypt, man. Like it is not the same. You got to think about it. They don't have chemtrails.
That's true. That's true. They don't got a lot of stuff that our sunlight has to go through before it touches our sun.
When I say the sun was amazing over there, it was amazing. And this was in February when I went. So I can imagine like going in June, July, August.
Oh my God, bro.
So
all right, so the farthest I've been is Alaska.
Okay.
And it's definitely different there. And I went in the summertime. So I only hit, Brother Sean, right? Brother Sean lived in Anchorage. So he's up north. I didn't live. I visited Juneau, Ketchikan, and like Glacier Bay or something. So that's like southwest Alaska. So it's pretty warm there, like year round, but it's pretty warm there in the summer. It was like 85 when I was there. You know what I mean? In Alaska. That's unheard of. Like people from Philly, they like, it ain't no 85 in Alaska. Yes, it was. It was warm though. And that's the same in the middle of the world. So hold up, Lana. Hold up. Oh, hold up. So it is a lot going on there. As far as the wildlife, you know what I'm saying? Like it's in Alaska, it was the only. Hold up, Lana. Hold up. Okay. In Alaska, they have the only rainforest on American soil. The only rainforest on American soil. Here for it.
Wow.
So that was like really interesting to me. I didn't even know that a rainforest.
I didn't know that.
It was in North America, right? You know what I'm saying? I didn't even know.
Let alone Alaska.
Exactly. Let alone Alaska. That was interesting. And then it's like weed growing wild in Alaska, just everywhere. Like you could pick it. Like, it really was. It was ridiculous. But it's illegal though. But it was illegal though. I didn't understand why it was just next to me.
They just letting it grow.
Yeah, it's illegal, but it's like everywhere. I'm on the trail in the rainforest, and they're like, any of these plants, they can't be taken back to the boat. They're illegal. I'm like, so why is this right here? Like, what's up? And like, so people come out here, people dry it, and then people consume it while they're here. But You can't take it on the boat. You can't go this place with it. You can't do that with it. I'm like, so this is a weed island? That's what you're telling me, like? Last day was weird, man. It was really weird. Here. You want the last yogurt? Go ahead.
So yeah, my YouTube family for holistic consciousness. I just want to talk to you guys directly for a minute. I created the YouTube channel for holistic consciousness, and I think I created it probably in 2012, 2013, and fell off from being active. But just want to talk about the process of me getting back, recentering, and getting back into my personal authenticity. A lot of it had to do with a organization that I'm a part of called ABS Tribe, and myself as well as Merch Life J are members. And don't worry, it's not network marketing. Me personally, I've been in a gazillion network marketing companies, and the last one I was in just absolutely pissed me off. So I said I wouldn't deal with any network marketing companies again unless I started my own. But yeah, we're members of ABS Tribe, and ABS is assets before splurging. So as a result of us being in this creative process, I thought I was coming into ABS Tribe to learn how to do Facebook ads. But as a result, just the fellowship and the brotherhood and the sisterhood and the networking has really caused me to do a lot of introspection and to focus on the fact that I wasn't being truly authentic to myself and embodying my gifts and my abilities and really showcasing those things on a regular basis. So I've always known, like, my voice, my speaking ability is my gift, point blank, period. I'm able to convey energy from my heart chakra through my tongue and through my voice and my energy. Like, I've always known that. And I was able to confirm that when I went to Egypt. As crazy as it sounds.
A lot of people, I said, that's a powerful understanding of that, though. A lot of people would just say, I'm good with words. This man said, I can redirect the energy in my heart chakra through my voice. That's fire. That's dope. I gotta give you that's the way you get that together. Oh my God. I just got it. All right. I'm gonna let you continue though.
So how I found this out, as far as like confirmation for me personally, when I went to Egypt, I had the opportunity to meditate in a lot of the mortuaries and temples in the pyramids. And we were coming out of one of the pyramids, and I was recording the video. And I literally saw, for those who don't know, the heart chakra is green or pink. In my instance, my aura is typically green because I resonate from my heart chakra. So as I was coming out of the pyramid, I literally saw green energy coming out of my mouth and out of my nose as I was recording the video. And I'm like, what? Like, did that really just happen? So I actually went back, watched the video again, and saw it again and screenshot it. And it's in a Facebook album on my Facebook profile. So you can go and look at the picture for yourself. Just go to my personal profile, Duran Jackson, on Facebook, and you can see the video as well as the picture that I captured. But yeah, just understanding, like, and I have a mentor since then who I've talked to, and he talks to me about mysticism and how shamans and mystics learn how to connect their heart to their tongue to convey energy and vibrations. And there's a lot of other things that I've experienced as a result of doing mantras and chants and spoken word that can attest to this innate ability that I have. You know, so I'm really grateful for ABS because ABS, there's been so many things in our lives we come across gimmicks, and we see so many gimmicks that we don't know how to identify what's authentic. And a lot of times, even when we see something that's authentic, we are still waiting and looking for the gimmick. But ABS has helped so many people, including myself, to understand that I am the product. Like, my voice, my energy, my spoken word, my gift for affirmations, my gift for playing singing bowls, my gift with connecting with people and knowing how to listen. Like, all of those things are invaluable. And on top of that, just understanding, like, I am money, I am energy. So if money is the evidence of the exchange of energy, and I am limitless energy, I have the ability to have limitless income. It's just a matter of me bringing those ideas into reality. So if you are a person who is looking to start a business, if you are a person who has ideas and you are looking to monetize and refine those ideas, I'm also doing free consultations with people. You can visit www.holisticseek.com to book a free consultation with me. My goal is to do free consultations until March 21st. Holistic Consciousness, the podcast, will be debuting March 21st, so be on the lookout for that. But until then, you have time to go to the website and book a free consultation. So that's enough about me. Let's get back into Brother Merch Life J. So yeah, man, just tell me like your creative process. Like what are your inspirations when you create?
All right, so we're gonna be 100,000% honest. I recently stopped smoking weed again. A lot of my inspiration come from being alone or being around my children. I get a lot of my messages from those little lectures I find myself giving the kids, and it'll be times like my son taught me that your problems are designed for your powers. He taught me that from watching an episode of Teen Titans with him. The Teen Titans lost their powers. They lost their powers, right? But they didn't lose them all the way. They just got switched around. So now the Teen Titans have the powers of other heroes that they have to go find so that they can give them their powers back and get their powers back. And it occurred to me, I said, well, let me give a quick example. I said, well, if Robin now has the powers of Spider-Man, why is he being attacked by somebody that only Spider-Man could defeat? And it was just like, dang, this show has a lot of messages in it. Like, my kids teach me a lot of things. And I feel as though every problem that you come across is designed for you to exploit the only power that you can use to defeat said problem. So have you I don't know if you've ever been locked up or anything like that, but normally when people get locked up, it's because they was moving too fast or because they was being too cocky about not going to jail. I'm talking about people in the streets. I'm talking about drug dealers. So yeah, that patience, that being sat down, that perseverance and that getting closer to God needed to happen at that time in that person's life, and that's why they were sat down. Anything else could have happened. They could have been killed. They could have been robbed. But they went to jail. You know what I'm saying? And you being put in a place where you can't move around. You can't make money from this. You can't be up in a bunch of women. You can't be at the club. You can't be at the party. It's God telling you, like, bro, listen, you need to gather yourself. So that's why I feel like any obstacle you come across is designed for you to bring that power out to because you're not going to defeat fire with fire. You got to defeat fire with water. You know what I'm saying? So that's one thing that really drives my inspiration. But as far as creative process, and my creative process can be, since it's not really me smoking no more, it can be anything that, like literally anything. Like I'm looking at a bag that got trash in it, but my daughter just ate the yogurt, right? She just ate one of these. This is on top of the trash bag. That's inspiration for me right there. I can go create a Facebook post about why your kids put the trash on top of the trash. You got to tell them to put it in the bag. Don't tell them to put it in the trash. You know what I'm saying? I could go say your kids learn by you showing them instead of telling them. You know what I'm saying? Because I could have walked her over there and opened the bag for her and told her, hey, this is where it goes. But I'm sitting here, so I said, go put that in the trash. That she did it how she thought it should be done because she's 3 years old. You know what I'm saying? So that's right there is inspiration. Everything about my children, man, it just drive me to do everything, man. It drive me to do everything.
How many kids you got?
How many biological or
whatever you count as kid, your children?
11. I have four biological though.
4 biological, okay.
Yeah, I want 10 biological, so I'm working on that. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
I ain't working on it yet, but I'm talking about it though.
You're talking about it. Okay, gotcha. That's what's up. 10 biological. That's we got to get this brother some consistent business for those 10 babies. For those 10 babies. So
Yeah,
if you are in need of any graphic design work, any assistance with getting your book published, your ideas flowing and generated, be sure to connect with this brother. And what is Philly Oils about?
So Philly.oils, where I started, the reason I got the publishing company. So back in 2010, I used to work for, this is why I laughed when you said network marketing, because I used to work for this company called New Age Wholesale, where they sent every morning at 8:30, we all get excited, everybody do the chants, and you know how sales companies work. It's a pyramid. It's a pyramid. The guy at the top, he gets the bottles maybe for $2 or something. He going to New York buying fake perfume himself in his car. He gets the bottle for $2 and he go buy 1,000 of them. So he just spent like $500. He got 1,000 bottles of perfumes and colognes, right? They're not knockoffs because they're not like imitations. They just say what they say. They don't say this is a version of, nothing like that. That's why you could sell them on the street. So you fill up everybody's bag. Everybody goes out and sells perfumes and colognes, right? So I learned the business. I learned how to sell. I learned direct marketing, and I learned B2B. I learned business-to-business marketing in that company. When I left that company in 2012, I started selling oils. Now, body oils are pretty much the same thing as cologne and perfume, but it's more natural. It's not something that's it's not horse pee. It's not, you know what I'm saying? It's not stuff that's banned in America, but elsewhere. 40. That's why I told you stop jumping, man. You okay? Hold on. One.
All right. So yes, ladies and gentlemen. No,
that's cool. It ain't gonna take that long. I had to come get them. But Philly Oils is the oil company where I sell Lana. Give me a second, okay? I know I saw him fall. So Philly.oils is where I sell the perfumes, the colognes, the fragrances, the oils, the black soap, the shea butter, all that good stuff. It's all on my website, merchlife.net. If you go to merchlife.net, you'll find a link for Merch Life Market. The website is merchlifemarket.com. But on there, I got all of those fragrances. So I used to do that in the street, like door-to-door, business-to-business. But then I started, hold up. All right, so just take him upstairs. That's all you gotta do. Just pick him up because he's one. He's not heavy. Thank you. So the issue is that I'm telling other kids to come get the kid. That's what the problem was. They all play the video game. And I'm like, somebody. If you don't say a specific name, you know they all looking at each other like, calling you, ain't calling me. You know. So yeah, Philly.oils is just the fragrances. That's like my 9 to 5, I guess you could say. Because I still sell oils, but I don't really rely on that as my sole form of income now. Like Merch Life Publishing is in the lead right now. I want to have 7 different streams of income through brand Merch Life. Because I learned that, and I learned this in the tribe. I learned that, you know how they say every millionaire has 7 streams of income or whatever they say like that.
Right.
Stream. Brother Ben taught me that you can have multiple streams under the same brand. And you don't have to be the guy that's wearing 85 hats. Like you don't have to be a plumber and a butcher in the same day. You know what I'm saying? And a roofer. Right. You could just be the contractor. Like, all right, I got these guys to do your plumbing. I got these guys to do your roof, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? You could be him instead of being the guy up and down the steps. Like, I got the pipes. All right, I got the sheetrock. You're killing yourself. You know what I mean? So that's why I made Merch Life into basically into what it was, because I didn't want to leave Philly.oils behind, being as though I still have people that'll call me and be like, I need $100 worth of this, or I need a $60 jar of this, or I'm not gonna turn down that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like I said, I want a lot of offspring, and I want them to be able to have options. I don't want them to be like, I gotta go work for Merch Life. I want them to be like, I can go do that, or I can use what my dad taught me and I can start my own business, or I can go get a job and learn that field, because that's the business that I want to do eventually. So I can go get paid to go to college instead of paying to go to college and then paying for that same college the rest of my life. You know what I'm saying? That's really what it's about. Well, you just asked about Philly Oils, but
Oh no, that. I mean, that makes sense. It goes back to what we started out with: is understanding systems and doing something that can be duplicated, as opposed to trying to recreate the wheel.
yeah, it ain't nothing wrong with working for somebody. If that's the field you're gonna go into, why not learn and get paid to learn it? You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah. Like I actually know a guy. He's built $1 million real estate company where he does most of what he does virtually, and he hires virtual assistants to do all of the work. But he actually learned the systems that he does working for McDonald's and a hotel chain. I can't think of the name, but he basically duplicated their systems and created his own system for real estate. And now he's just traveling, and his virtual assistants are closing his deals for him with wholesale real estate. So that's what time it is. Like I don't know what planet anybody who's watching this recording or live may be on, but the planet that I'm on suggests that it's time to have all types of businesses that allow you to be mobile, not tied down to any one particular brick and mortar location. Wherever there is great Wi-Fi, you want to be able to take your business there at any given moment, just because of what I feel and what I envision going on the planet with technology and artificial intelligence and robotics.
And it's only getting worse.
It's only going to escalate. Like I was telling people earlier today, like I really feel like the singularity, which is AI and quantum computers, coming to the point to where they're light years more intelligent than people. Like I feel like that's going to happen before 2030. Like,
definitely. I feel like it's already. I mean,
they just not showing it to us.
See, you said it already. Because you know Frank Lucas, right? You know the guy that wrote the Star Wars movies.
Right.
And you know that he released them in the way that he released. He said it out his own mouth. He said, I released them in the way I released them because technology is not ready for episodes 1 through 3. When they were released is when technology was ready for that. So that green screen projection, the CGI, all of that stuff. When he said technology wasn't ready, that was a lie. Because we already had Independence Day. We already had Lord of the Rings. We already had, you know what I'm saying? We already had CGI and all those types of movies. What he meant was the public isn't ready to see this type of stuff because it's way too far ahead. If you go into Apple, this is an iPhone SE. This is an iPhone SE. When they came out with the 7, the iPhone 7 already had the iPhone 11. They're already 4 phones ahead of time, and that's just Apple. Imagine what Sony, what Universal, what companies like JP Morgan Chase are doing. You know what I'm saying? Imagine what they're doing with robotics, because we've been cloning sheep since the 70s. We've been cloning people since the 80s. So if we've been cloning people since the 80s and now we know how to splice DNA so that you can order a child, you can say, I want my child to have curly hair, blue eyes. I want them to have brown fingernails. You can order that. So if we can genetically manipulate DNA, I'm just talking about Western medicine. Because we already know on the East Side, they've been doing that. The Noah's Ark was a DNA bank itself. You know what I'm saying? Noah's Ark was a DNA bank. Come on, man. Noah walking around with a stick and some garments. His legs ain't even covered. You think he really going around the world and finding 2 of each animal? Come on, bro. They was in a mother wheel. They said skirt, and they grabbed the animal. They plucked his hair, put it in a jar, and skirt to the next animal. It was a DNA bank, bro. We got DNA banks now. We got sperm that's been frozen for 30 years that somebody is about to buy so that they can artificially inseminate and have a child. So if we could freeze sperm for that long, you know what I'm saying? You know where I'm going. How much more can we really do? It's a lot. It's a lot. Just think about this. If the military is only issued EMPs, right? And an EMP, for people that don't know, that's an electromagnetic pulse. If I let off an EMP right now, everything that's in the vicinity of 100 miles or however strong the EMP is, in that vicinity will no longer work. That means it won't come back on. It's going to be a period of time where those electronics will no longer work. So if we have EMPs and they're a real thing and the military can use them and they're only issued to the military, what else do you think is only issued to the military? Matter of fact, what else do you think the military is not even allowed to use?
Exactly.
Just think about that. So AI, robotics, all of that stuff is far more advanced than Stark Industries had it in the movie. They're only showing you what they've been through away already. Trust me.
Yeah,
They
exactly.
got something up they sleeve, bro. They got something up they sleeve.
Yeah. Well, I would say to end on this note, I would say, have you seen a series called Don't Look Deeper?
No, but I want to.
Look up that series. It's a it was the first series about AI and robotics that made my stomach turn. Like of all I'm a sci-fi guy.
Me too.
But
Me too.
This made my stomach turn because I had that. You know how they say it's dangerous to make AI look indistinguishable from human beings because of us not being able to process the fact that this looks just like a human, but it's not a human. Mm-hmm. So that show dives into that concept, the artificial intelligence in that show. Not only does she not know that she's AI, but she's indistinguishable from human beings.
So other humans don't even know she's AI.
Other humans don't know she's AI. She doesn't. Yeah.
So what happens when it gets to the point where it's possible to crossbreed with a robot? What happens then? What happens when they actually have Jax from Mortal Kombat? Like what happens when there's a robot lady walking around just being a slut? Like what happens then? Like we got half robot, half humans now? Because that's how we got here. You know about the story of Yaku.
Nanosperm.
You know what I'm saying? So because it's people from other planets that look like us.
Right.
Like we look like them being descendants. So what that's extremely interesting. I can talk about that all day. That's extremely interesting. What happens when we start to crossbreed with technologically advanced life forms?
Right. Like nanosperm. Like just think about nanosperms and nano eggs and nanozygotes and all the eggs.
You could say, oh no, one of your arms gonna be longer than the other one and just kill the sperm before it fertilizes the egg. It could just read that.
It's crazy, man.
That's crazy.
But that's where we headed. So it's like whatever you need to do, like to develop your own personal sovereignty, to tap into your self-reliance so that you're not dependent upon these systems that aren't going to be very beneficial for your freedom and self-empowerment. Yeah, so like you need to do whatever you can right now to empower yourself so that you're not completely reliant on the systems of government and everything. So
stock all your food and water now because that spring of 2021 famine is upon us. It is coming.
Man, we're not going to get into the BG guy who bought all the farmland. We know who that is. But yeah, I enjoyed this interview, Merch. Just let people know where they can reach you and what your current projects are. And we'll end out on that note.
All right, guys. Anything publishing, you can find me at Merch Life Publishing. That's Facebook or Instagram. My YouTube channel is Merch Life Network because that's one channel where I show everything on there. I ain't about to have 8 YouTubes. And then I'm Merch Life J on Facebook or YouTube or Instagram, Merch Life J. And man, I'm here to help people. I'm here to help people materialize their thoughts into something that they can do once and get paid for the rest of their life. That's why I do publishing mostly because the book is a foundation for you, man. You're gonna eat off the book forever. You can use the book money to turn your other businesses into functioning businesses. It's really
right.
Like it's really the play. It's the move. So yeah, write a book. Even if you don't go through me, make sure you put out some literature this year, man.
Well, you heard them, ladies and gentlemen. If you've been delaying on writing a book, write that book, and he can help you with that creative process. So just make sure you hit up Merch Life J. And thank you again, brother, for this.
You ain't gotta write it. I'll show you how to make your phone write a book for you. All you gotta do is talk.
See, like it's no excuses, people. Like I have friends who I don't like writing, I don't like doing this, and I'm like, get a voice recorder. And like you said, your phone can listen to you and write it for you. And just hire somebody to edit it on Fiverr or wherever, and get it edited. So at this point in 2021, there's no excuses. Thank you again, brother, for this time in this interview. This is Holistic Consciousness. Like I said, my YouTube family, be on the lookout. I'll be starting a podcast. It's going to be a video podcast as well as a podcast on platforms like Spotify. So be on the lookout for that in March, starting out in the very beginning of spring. I'm going to have guests talking about tantric sex, talking about health and wellness, talking about mindset, talking about privatized banking, all different topics you can imagine. So just understand it's time to get away from grinding. Don't grind, align. Align to all that elevates your unique mind, body, and spirit, holistic consciousness. And once again, if you would like to book a free consultation with me, you can go to www.holisticseek.com. I'm looking to assist people to identify their purpose, refine their purpose, and monetize their purpose. Because we all know if we are living our purpose, we will never work a day in our lives. So that's what I'm here to do and assist people with. I have a billion ideas. The Idea Portal, be on the lookout for that coming soon. Ideaportal.com. And just living my best life and moving forward with conviction and courage. And just looking forward to connecting with you guys more on a regular basis.
Yes, sir.
Peace, brother. Thank you very much.
Peace. Thank you, man.
All right, thank you.